Hello everybody, Retro Guy 25 here, and I'm back with a video for a pickups video that I planned for today, and it's happening today, as you can see. Uh, in today's video, as you may see down in the title, uh, it's basically about it's basically about pickups about what do you want to call them? Strategy guides. And there's 4 strategy guides to show. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 of them. Uh, just like in my other pickup videos, I do maybe 4, maybe more. 4 or 5. Sometimes maybe just 2 or 3 games. But this time it's going to be like at least 4 strategy guides. I really like strategy guides. I haven't really got them like when they all came out brand new, So, but some of them, quite a few of them are pretty cheap, and it can be in real good, very good condition. Maybe not mint condition, but that's if you can get one that hasn't been opened and never been touched and whatnot, but it's been moved around a lot over the years, but still can be like excellent condition and whatnot. None of them are perfect, so the ones that I picked up, didn't cost me a whole lot. Maybe anywhere between 15 to 20, a little over 20 because of shipping and whatnot, blah blah blah, stuff like that, plus tax. And I pretty much got these strategy guides. A few of them came from eBay, a couple of them came from eBay, whatever, and a couple others came from Amazon and whatnot. So, uh, but yeah, otherwise than that, um, just wanna let everybody know that these are not in any order or somewhat in order by year, except for the last one I'm gonna show. It came out way before any of the other ones, but I'm saving that one for last because it's my most favorite one uh, that I like out of our strategy guides. And I'm just gonna say that it's a RPG game strategy guide from back in the '99. Greatest Hits, I believe, came out in 2000. So it came out just that one I'm gonna talk about a little bit more later once I get to it. But anyways, I'm gonna show you the strategy guys, say a few things about them, maybe a couple tips about strategy guide stuff and how you should use them, or well, how I think you should use them and everything else and blah 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 and whatever else. So yeah. Anyways, let's get started. The first one I want to show for a 2001 PlayStation 2 exclusive strategy guide that is only on the PS2. Maybe someday it might come on the other consoles, but the strategy guide is by the Prima Games, Primera Games, Prima official strategy guide company, which don't really do physical strategy guides anymore. At least as far as I can tell, in that physically and stuff like that. But I guess they sort of do have a site or whatever. But anyways, here it is. The first one I want to show right here. It's Extermination Strategy Guide. Official strategy guide, as you can see right there. And here's the back of it. Right there. So, yeah. Welcome to the endangered species list. But yeah, it will cover everything. There's 103 pages, I believe. So yeah, it's pretty good. 103 pages to cover everything. The next one I want to show is a controversial kind of game, but it came with a strategy guide and that, well, this a strategy guide get made with it, but I still think it's a really good popular game. It went up in price over the years, but not by super whole lot, but you can still find it kind of cheap, sort of, for complete, especially for the Xbox version. Now this covers it for the PS2 version. It was made for the PS2 version, but this next strategy guide can be used for the Xbox version because everything's the same. Nothing's different. The only different about the game from the PS2 version, it came out on that console first. In the 2004 Xbox and PC version, the only difference is the control inputs are different. It's a little different in the controls in some ways for the Xbox version and PC version, but the thing is, the strategy guide is still a strategy guide. It's the same as that game. There's no difference in it except for the only major difference is the graphics. But yeah, and here it is, Manhunt by, as you can see, Brandy Games. Manhunt official strategy guide, and here's the back of it, right there. So yeah, $15 when this came out, but this cost at least $20. So yeah, if you hear the cat, that's just one of our cats. But anyways, but yeah, there's the strategy guide for Manhunt. And then the next game I'm gonna show, not the next game, but the next strategy guide for a game that I do have. I got the original Xbox version. It works for. It says it covers Microsoft Xbox and PlayStation 2 computer entertainment system. And it's a midway game. Manhunt is a Rockstar game, but the next game is a midway published game anyways. A very interesting game. I want to say it's really controversial. I mean, I guess it can be, but I don't think it is. It's just, it kind of is in a way, but I guess you could say it is, but overall it's really not. But you gotta play it to find out for yourself. There's reviews about it. But anyways, here you go. Next strategy guide is The Suffering official strategy guide for the Xbox and PS2, but it's also for the PC also. So here's the back of it. You can also get it for the PC. It's just that for some reason it just says that it covers the PlayStation 2 and Microsoft Xbox, original Xbox, obviously. But there's that strategy guide. It has every page. I checked all these strategy guides. I checked the last one because the last one is the thickest strategy guide. That's now. Before I get to the last strategy guide, official strategy guide, I just want to say that for one, it's a Squaresoft game. When they were known as Squaresoft and then Square Enix. So it's a Square game. And let's just say that it wasn't well liked by most percentage of gamers throughout the years, but it was liked enough and it did sell pretty good. So it did okay for what it did. It's an RPG for the PS1, but now that for the longest time it was, but now this year it's coming out on Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC. So it's coming out for PS4, obviously, so still PlayStation, but still it's coming out for Xbox and PC, which is coming to Steam on PC, obviously. Well, I can say obviously, but Anybody might know. Anybody knows what I'm talking about. They know what game I'm talking about, and it's coming for the Switch too. Pretty much around the same time, which is on April 7th, which is one day before my birthday this year. But anyways, but here's the strategy guide for it. A physical copy strategy guide that came around the same time with the game for the PlayStation 1 version, but you can use it for the new version, just not the bonus game that comes with it. But anyways, here we go. Is Chrono Cross official strategy guide, also by Brandy Games, or how you want to say it. Recruit every character, which you can. There's over 40 characters, but I don't know exactly how far over. Maybe 42, 45. Who knows? But it's over 40. And here's the back of it. As you can see, it's pretty thick. From what you can tell of how thick it looks, because it shows right there, and it's pretty thick. But it covers literally everything, and it's an RPG, and it's originally a 2-disc game. But now it's gonna be supposedly, I guess, digital only for the remaster version or whatever. But yeah. This is kind of expensive. You're gonna be paying for anywhere from $50 to $60, besides tax and shipping, depending, So around $50 to $60 for this strategy guide. But it's just not super expensive, but it's one of the more expensive ones for that was originally a PlayStation 1 game from back in 99. But yeah. So yeah. Now that's the last one I wanted to show you, because like I said, I only got 4. And but yeah, now here's some tips. The way I use them and how you could use them and whatnot. Can be two different, I would say totally different opinions. Everybody has an opinion what they want to use. On how they want to use strategy guides. You can just play the whole game the way it is with the whole entire strategy guide. Or you can just like look at it just in case you think you might be missing something, and you're afraid that you might mess up in something, like secrets, hidden stuff, whatever. Depending what the game offers, what's inside the game, what you might think that you might be missing. You know what I mean? So yeah, or you could look at it just for that, or use both of those tips and then just beat the game like that. Or you could look at it just for to find out certain things, just in case if you think you might mess up or might be curious about something or whatever, and you want to read into it a little bit and then put it away. Or you can just look at it for a little bit to help you out for a long little section of the game and certain stuff, and to do certain stuff anyways. And then add to that, and then put it away, set it up to the side, whatever. Bookmark it so you don't lose your place. And try figuring out the game on your own. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what I would do. So, that's how I do it. I like to look at a strategy guide book, to look at some of the answers, just if I really necessarily have to. And I'm pulling my hair out, figure of speech, But if I desperately need to peek at it just real quick, just to see if I really need to look at it, and then and then I will, and then put it off to the side for now, and try to do as much as I can to mostly legitimately beat the game. Figuring out as much as I can on my own. That's just the way I do it. So yeah, um, that's how I would do it. Everybody has their own ways of playing the game, of out of any game, of using a strategy guide, or in today's situation, don't have strategy guides, but they have walkthroughs, just the walkthrough itself, on uh, on the internet, so or YouTube, or GameFAQs, GameSpot, or whatever, whatever place that you can just whatever place you want to go to look at strategy guide, and then there you go. I mean, to look up answers, and that can be your own walkthrough, your own guide, whatever. Use anybody's source and use any source that you want, because the internet can help you all the way if you want to. But the only thing is, I would only look something up if I'm really, really stuck and I really can't figure something out and I think I screwed up or something. That's just how I do it. And I would strategy guides should have still been kept getting made, because I think it's just part of the game collection. I think it's even more fully complete if you have a book with it. If you have the strategy guide book with it, you know, I I like it like that. You know what I mean? So it's like, if anybody knows what I mean, you know what I mean? So yeah. Um, but anyways, but yeah, that's just some tips and my own opinions that I just wanted to get out of the way and stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, any games that got a strategy guide made with it. Uh, any old games that has one. Uh, if if you're gonna use it, I would use it the way I would use it. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to. But I'm just saying. I use it if I really necessarily have to, and if it's necessary enough. And I need to look at it real quick for a little bit, and then put it off to the side until eventually if I need it again. But I would try to beat the game legitly. One of those older games ranged between 2017. I think it was the last time for strategy guides that came up. The guides, official guides came up for games. 2017 all the way down to the late 80s, something like that. For strategy guides. But yeah, quite a few years for strategy guides. But yeah, it's like, if the game has a strategy guide, I would get it, because I in my opinion, I think it feels more complete that way. Not just the game in the case, or box, or whatever, in the manual. I think the guide should go with it too, because then it makes it more complete. I mean, at least in my opinion. As long as you have room to store it. If not, then put it in storage, and then take it out of storage if you need to, and then keep switching out strategy guides. You know what I mean? That's just what I would do, if any of you out there knows what I mean. But yeah. Um. Otherwise, just stick to what you know best, and just have fun with your video games. Uh, the way you, if you want to do it with strategy guide all the way, or just partially, or here and there, or just play the game by try to figure everything out on your own all the way through, that works too. I try to do the best for that too, but I'm gonna have to look up an answer if I need to. You know what I mean? Some people don't. They don't have that problem. That some people don't have a problem too much about looking up answers on the internet in today's time about anything that they're trying to figure out in a story based game or whatever. But some people do. Some people do. Some people don't. It just all depends on you. Obviously, of course. But yeah. So I just want to say some tips. Uh, of what you could do and some opinions I wanted to share of what I do and stuff sometimes. But yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna sign off for now, and this be all I'm gonna say in the video, and that's all I wanted to show for my pickups. And yeah. Yahweh knew what the heck I was talking about once he saw what the title was of this video, obviously. But yeah. Alright, well, catch y'all later.